Hi Crafty Peeps, Enis here from Paper Crafting with Enis, and I am on today to do a share of some items that I made for a swap that I entered, and this swap is being hosted by Lacy from the Cheeky Bum, and I believe she's calling it the Trick or Treat Halloween Group Swap. And you had your options of the items that you'd like to make. You could make either a Trapper Keeper, or you could make a 3D coffin box. And I did make one of each, and the swap was whatever you submit to the swap, you will get back from someone else. So today's video is just going to talk about my Trapper Keeper, and I will save this for another video. But anyway, yeah, so Lacy from the Cheeky Bum is hosting this swap, and she directed us to use the instructional videos from a couple of other people to make these projects. The Trapper Keeper video comes from Sandy Trefger, and the name of the video is Retro Trapper Keeper DIY. And I will try to put a link to that video in the description box below if you're interested in doing that. And the 3D coffin box is a video by Hey It's Ro. Yeah, HEYITSRHO, and she calls it the coffin box tutorial. So anyway, before I get into here, I'm just going to share with you the paper and ephemera packages that I used. And first of all, I did use this Halloween Town DCWV paper collection that I picked up from Joann's last year. I would think they may have it again this year, although I haven't been in Joann's in a while, so I don't know for sure. But it's a great paper collection, lots and lots of different patterns to use here, plus a number of cut apart pages as well. So this is the paper collection, and I also used the some ephemera pieces from this Park Lane ephemera pack, and I think this is from the Boo collection, although it doesn't really say that on the package, but I believe that's the ephemera for Boo. And I also used a couple of pieces from this Cartabella Echo Park chipboard package from the Halloween collection. That's the name of the Cartabella collection. So those are the main items that I used, and so let's get into my book here. So you can see on the front I've used some of the paper from the collection, and my giant spider web cutout here. I made this on my Cricut machine, and I am using Cricut holographic paper, so I think you can see that holographic shine coming through on the video. I am using a cabochon that I got from Temu, a little spider there, and a couple of little bats here, and I got these from the Dollar Tree, and it came in a bag, and they were actually rings, and they had skull rings and bat rings in the same package, and I just cut the ring part off and glued them on there. And then here is the spine, and it says Spooky Nights, and this is a piece of the cut apart from the paper collection. The little kitty cabochon I have here is from KS Crafts, and I just made a little dangle here, and I've got this cute little teddy bear dressed up. I think he's dressed up like a little vampire for Halloween. And these beads, the purple beads, I actually got from Lacy in a Halloween swap that we were partners in, and I topped them and bottomed them off with some black Kishi beads. And then this is the back here, just the pretty paper. So let's get inside. It is closed up with a Velcro dot, and you'll see around my Velcro dot I have some spider web and skull head sequins from one of the mixes that I have. I just thought that was kind of cute to put around there. And on the inside, the first pocket here on the cover has a magnetic closure, and we were required to submit a package of stickers, so I'm using these stickers in my swap here, and I thought these had kind of a vintagey vibe to them, and I know like Creepy Castles and whatnot have these old-fashioned latches and whatnot on the doors and whatnot, so I thought this might be a kind of a cool sticker collection for Halloween. So that's that. And then we needed to, oh, let me actually go over the requirements for the Trapper Keeper. So we had to do the Trapper Keeper. We had to do 2 pocket pages. So here's one, and we'll get into that in a minute. And we had to do a sticker sheet. We had to do 4 photo mats. We had to do 2 divider pages. And on each divider page, we had to do 2 handmade embellishments. They can be rosettes, bows, flowers, anything like that, anything that you want to make that will fit into your Trapper Keeper. You also had to do an envelope pocket, and in the envelope pocket you needed to put in a sequin mix or some ephemera. So with that out of the way, here's one of my divider pages, and I did this with an acetate spiderweb paper, acetate spiderweb printed design from the Frank Garcia Twilight collection. And the back of it, I have just put a piece of vellum behind it, just so you can see the spider web better, because this paper here kind of takes away from it. And then I did make 2 crepe paper rosettes, and I edged them off with a sequin mix that I got from KS Craft. And then here are some of the chipboard and ephemera pieces that I got from the packages I showed you earlier. The little spiders are from Temu. I've got the silver glittery one and a black glittery one here. And then I have behind this behind these ephemera pieces, and on this skeleton head here, I've got some mesh from the Dollar Tree with the orange spider web on it. So those are really, really cool. And let me show you the crepe paper rosettes without any decoration, because I made a couple extras. So here are 2 of my extra ones. So you can't really see them back here because there's so much stuff on them, but that's what they look like. So those are 2 of my embellies. And here is my first pocket folder. And what I did here was, on this page, I made a little pocket and I tucked some of the cut aparts in there. And here's one of my photo mats. And I did put a little tuck spot here. And I have one of the cut aparts, and that's in there. And the back is just plain. So that tucks in there. And on this side, I have another tuck spot and another cut apart from the paper. And this one says Trick or Treat, and this is Fright Night, October 31. And another photo mat. And this one doesn't have any pockets or anything on it. Okay. Then I have a envelope pocket here, and I actually made 2 of these. We are only required to do 1, but I made 2, so I'm including both of them in here. And this is some chiffon ribbon that I got from Temu, and I really like this. I've gotten quite a few different colors of this from them, and I've used them on a number of projects, and I really like the way it drapes and ties, and just really pretty. So here's the envelope, and inside I have my sequin mix, which is one of our requirements. And this is actually a mix of a couple of different sequin mixes together. I did add in, I don't know if you can really see it there, but there are some bats, some cats, some spider webs. I added in some little plastic ghosts, and I believe there's some little plastic spiders in there too, but not spiders, bats, but I can't really see them. And yeah, so this is a really cool sequin mix. We've got pumpkins and stars and ghosts and bats and more jack-o'-lanterns there. There's some little gold balls. There's eyeballs. Here's a little cat face here. I don't know if you can see that little cat face right there peeking out behind the purple sequin. And then I made a couple tags and just tied them together with some more of the chiffon, and this is in a rusty orange color. And my swap partner can take these apart and decorate them however she likes. So that was in this pocket, and I will retie that up later. And on the back, just to hold my ribbon in place, I just put a piece of ephemera there. And then here's another one of my acetate pages. And I've got 2 folded paper banners here, and I'm going to take one off because they're so close together there it's hard to really see them. But I have some black glitter paper. I have some black pattern paper with the purple spider web on it there. I have tucked in some of the mesh, and this mesh has got the purple spider web where the other one was orange spider web. I've got some black and purple dewdrops here from Double Click Connect. Really pretty. I have a black rosette here that I made using one of the Tim Holtz dies, and another dewdrop there from Double Click Connect, and then some pieces of ephemera that I just popped up on there. And then this one here is an orange glitter banner, and then we've got some pattern paper back behind here, and then I've got some of the vellum tucked in there as well. Some of the chipboard pieces, another rosette from the Tim Holtz die collection, and this time I used the orange spiderweb frilly stuff on, well, it was a solid sheet of mesh, and then I just cut it into fringes and put it there. So those are my second two handmade embellishments, because we had to do 2 for each divider page. So that's my 4 altogether. And here's my second pocket page. This one I just decorated with a piece of ephemera, and here's my photo mat. And this side I've got another tuck spot here and another cut apart. This one says "Which way to the candy?" And back here we have a photo mat with another pocket, and it has another piece of a cut apart there. So those are fun. Lots of things for my swap partner to use to decorate her book with. And here's the second envelope that was not required, but I had already made it, so I went ahead and included it. And in this one, I just have tucked in more of the cut aparts so I could use up the full sheet from the paper pad, and a little sweet treat of a candy bracelet. So that is my, oh, let me just flip this over. Then I just added the boo sticker here, and I've left this back page plain. I think this would be a good place for a nice large photo, or she can collage a number of photos on here. So that is my Trapper Keeper that I made for the Trick or Treat Halloween group swap, hosted by Lacy from The Cheeky Bum. And I hope my swap partner likes this Trapper Keeper that I made for her. It was not one of my favorite projects, I'll just say that. I did not, matter of fact, I'm going to open this back up. I did not like using these discs. I forget, this is the first time I've ever used them, and I had a real hard time with lining things up and getting things to stay in there properly. So I don't know what I did wrong, but I had to do a little patching and redoing of a few things, and I'm very glad this project's done. And it will go into the mail tomorrow to Lacy. So yeah, I hope you guys like this walkthrough. I hope my swap partner likes all the goodies that I made for her, and I will be back tomorrow probably with the Halloween coffin and all the goodies that's in that one. And for now, I'm going to say good night, goodbye, and I will catch you on the next crafty video. Bye, Crafty Peeps.